go out over Jericho Beach and my eyes can't store the memory. The black of my space drifts away into someone else's galaxy. I make my choice and the path of choice leads into roll behavior. I sell my dreams for the promise of peace, as I know that you'll arrange for me a place to stay and sometimes feel awake. A place to stay and sometimes feel awake. I'm down in the tunnel, down in the tunnel, and the tunnel's all I memorize. The hollow truth and a drowned out monologue, waiting to be filled with lies. I am what I could lay aside from the urge to recreate myself. I'm 30 years of age and still I can't find behind the wall of ice a place to stay and sometimes feel awake. A place to stay and sometimes feel awake. You might get lost like me. Stay away, stay away. You might get hurt, you might get lost like me. Don't try to save me. Release the diving bell. Transfer my head above the water. Count me in and treat me well. I discard the doubt that it's out of date to prolong my breach of gravity. I'm driven along by the gospel of a single world that seems too small for me. I know that you know that I know where my faith could move me. Malayas, my will locates in a meaningless phrase, in a self-admiring mimicry. A place to stay and sometimes be awake. A place to stay and sometimes be awake. A place to stay and sometimes be awake. A place to stay.
Good evening and welcome back to the depths of a crusade for Jerusalem that is going very badly for the side that isn't the Pope, which is me. Well, okay, it's not going very badly. We're only at minus 17% war score in our crusade against in our.
So what does that negative score consist of? Battles?
13% for 3 occupations of not of anything in the Holy Land, I would point out. One holding in Siena, one in Worms, and one in Brefna. And 3% battles.
One of my strategies, right? With stupid wars like this was go and occupy their bits that were near to me.
Because essentially we've just lost a fairly huge battle, as you can tell by the fact that this army, along with all the allied ones with it, is fleeing.
Belgium.
Now, I'm not the target of the crusade, so I can't go, oh, I surrender, Mr. Pope.
Indeed, the boss can.
Yes.
On the plus side, of course, you have the advantage that if the Pope wins and demands conversion and takes Jerusalem's your kingdom then, isn't it?
Yep, I'm the king of Jerusalem, so I lose the kingdom. Initially, I mean, I'm kind of hopeful that I'll retain enough that I can take it back off the new owner.
I mean, if nothing else, you'll have a good claim on it, right?
I presume so, yes.
I mean, not in the Pope's eyes, but you know that's always true.
And yeah, to an extent, it's kind of traditional that the crusade might be kind of successful, but you can't hold it. So I think all I can do at this stage is unpause and watch things go moderately badly. I'm just going to go, yeah, even Tonki's betrothed now, so. Have we finally managed to arrange? Yes, we've managed to arrange that Urraca is heir to all of my kingdoms, though she may not get Jerusalem. So I think we try unpausing and seeing where this goes, because I can't now that I can't control that army. Where are my what other armies have I got then? I've got 5,000 who are on board that ship, which is currently trying to get them somewhere more useful, but like maybe actually where they were is more useful. Because if this army's already fleeing to somewhere over here, I think we actually bring that lot back. Inconveniently. And that army is still all the way over there. Courtier Ingiltrude Hartwiges Conradina has died under suspicious circumstances. Okay. Holding in Beirut is under siege. That's nice. I can't do much about this until my army, along with a vast amount of allied armies, stops fleeing. He's just going to throw that 18,000 against something too big, isn't he, and lose it, or at least suffer serious unhappiness. Let's get an organiser on that lot and try to get them into a slightly more useful position while my Introduced my friend to Mayor Umaya of Hurmnes. Had high hopes that we would all be friends together, and apparently we are. I've got 3 friends. How exciting! Right, let's just dismiss that fleet. We don't need it. That lot still have a couple of counties to flee. They will then, more or less at the time they arrive there... Oh good, he's coming back again, whoever that ally is. Oh no, sorry, that's someone else. That's one of the fleeing allies. This is still the Latin army which is going to make a complete pig's ear of this. Yes. I mean, yes, okay, you can probably squish that Teutonic Order army. If the Holy Roman Empire doesn't turn up first. Right, so I now have a decent sized army here. All of the others appear to be attached to mine, I think. They're still reinforcing, but on the other hand, 32,000 troops is more than enough. Ben checks the supply limits, finds them alarmingly low. When you've got 32,000 troops moving around. So my ones are only 15,000 of that. So if I could get all the others detached, I suppose, what happens if I like...
These numbers, 32,000 and 15,000, keep making me wonder if the supply limit is measured in bits.
So if we make one army that's almost entirely mine and one army that isn't, will the others stay attached to the one that... to the small army? This will take a while. Yes, because I'd quite like to have my army be... Let's see, well, how does this go down? How far do these go down? I think if we make, yeah, if we make my one about 15,000. I mean, that won't quite be right because I'll have to leave something behind. Let's do it like that. Then I can select that one. And don't know quite where it should go yet. Send it there because that's mountains with a tolerable supply limit, and then we'll keep that lot back for a little while and hope that the allies don't go attaching all their armies to the wrong one. Right. One has Edgar, can have Diego, and it should have another me. organiser. Oh, looks like that one might work, but there's a slight danger that that HRE army will get involved. Peasants have revolted in Ascalon. Well, that's probably good, because peasant revolts are something that can get into a fight with the invaders. So the papal and everywhere else army there might actually be able to be flattened slightly. Right, so there is currently a Tripolitanian revolt army there that is not on my side, but is also not hostile to me. So I think it's not, I mean, there's a slight danger here that these three together kind of outweigh what I've got. But I think they will not be quite organised enough as to do anything good with that. I'm not going to worry too much about what's going on down there, because that just looks scary. Another peasant revolt, excellent. Peasant revolts are, under these circumstances, good, because there are lots of enemies around that they can get tangled with. Right, and now, oh, I have actually joined that battle. That's probably for the best. Which means I'm on the defensive side in mountains. Excellent. Okay, what's going on here? Bahrainian revolt imprisoned a bunch of people. Yeah, I'm sure we have lots of holdings under siege at the moment. Has my ship arrived yet? Oh, I think it may just be parked in the sea. Maybe I should actually move it. Right, so that was a perfectly cromulent battle. Now, what are we doing? I mean, it's clear that we're that we, as in the Fraticelli side of this crusade, are losing some battles further south. Now that's just occupied by the Tripolitanian revolt. It's apparently occupied by the Duchy of Tripoli. So I think neither of those occupations is of any interest to us. Similarly, that one... Oh right, that one's occupied by me.
Neither of those occupations is of any interest to us, says Ben, going through his Agricola cards.
Yes. So I think I'm now going to try to organise things so that I'm kind of getting this lot caught up by sending them down the coast, and then we can advance kind of in parallel without running ourselves out of space. There's a fleeing Allied army. How helpful. Okay, there is a 60,000 strong enemy army there. I don't really want to run into them. I'd quite like to go and hit this one because it might be feasible, but I'm really worried that that one's going to move into that county. I mean, it is a couple of steps away. Maybe we can get away with it. Go on, let's try it. Oh, those 46,000 troops are going the wrong way. Excellent. And they've brought more reinforcements, mind. We may be in trouble. Oh, heck. Oh dear, that didn't work very well. Well, that's another major battle lost.
What are the sort of theoretical troop ratios?
I mean, this says they're at 114% of us, which, like, but that's, I don't know if that's what it was at the start of the Crusade.
What are the overall numbers and how many troops could you ride? Well,
No, 648 money is not going to get me enough troops to win a crusade.
No, it's not.
Um,
Can you go and occupy? The problem is all the Pope stuff is now in Finland, isn't it? So that's really.
I mean, in theory, I could embark all of my troops and send them to Finland.
Might be worth a go. I mean, if you're going to lose doing something interesting.
Since we're fleeing to somewhere on the coast anyway, probably don't need that many ships because I haven't got that many people. I've only actually got 10,000 troops here. Well, that's probably a good number to be sending to Finland.
Yeah, I mean, it's not you can put more than that in any one county anyway.
Oh, I think I can do quite well now. Okay, no, I can't do that well. Right, let us go on a stupid voyage.
forward.
That you can't find reverse.
Converted another county, that's nice at least. Those were all siege messages. I was inspecting the damage to the highest tower in the Ionian Sea. What? Well, I happen to be in the Ionian Sea on a ship, and it's trying to give me tell me a story about what I'm doing in the Ionian Sea. But since I'm in the middle of the sea, it's not working very well. When the head of Twonky appeared outside the window, 50 metres above the ground. What should I do with this curious child?
Well, if she's in the crow's nest, get her to watch out for ships.
So one of the options is give her a good shove, essentially. Teach her a lesson. 80% chance Princess Twonky will be maimed. At which point her opinion of me drops by 200 for 5 years. Or 20% chance that she dies. I can strictly forbid her to go up the tower, which might make her craven or might make her deceitful. Or I can say curiosity never killed anyone, which is guaranteed not to kill her, might make her honest, brave, wounded or maimed, with decreasing probability. So yeah, I think I go for Pinkme's position that this is actually the mast and not the not really a tower. I think we see if she can become honest, brave, wounded or maimed. She has been severely injured. Sorry, Twonky.
She might get over it eventually.
I mean, that still does teach her a lesson without
Yes.
without you being blamed.
You actually have some vassal levies I can raise. I wonder where they are. Oops, that wasn't the right button at all. Yeah, I just raised a bunch of troops somewhere fairly unhelpful. Well, it's not much than quite that direction. Or that one. Try doing something like that with them and see where they end up. Like, if we can get them to the coast, I'll send them off to Finland.
Another possibility is you stop them off at places in mainland Europe to get back the bits that are being besieged there.
Hmm.
And it depends. Have a look at, if you can, at what troops are kicking around nearby. But do you consider it as an option?
Well, we can probably stop off in Ireland without too much inconvenience. We've kind of gone past Siena. There is no man better at increasing the church's opinion of me or teaching me to be a more pious man than my court chaplain Anders. Do I want to improve temple vassal opinion or improve my monthly piety? Well, go and talk to the church. I don't think I need more piety.
Doing the right thing. Is he converting people, or is he somewhere stupid?
I think he is.
Doing the right thing.
He is in Bera to proselytise.
Okay, that's terrible.
Bera is still Catholic, so there's work to be done there.
That's fair enough then.
Right. Let us go. Ooh, there are 6,000 troops just standing around making sure I don't wander in there. I've gotten 10,000 with me though. And it's plains. Let's bring them ashore a little way away so they can recover their morale. Was that another army? Oh, right. Oh, that's nothing to worry about. Neither of them's actually hostile to me. Oh, that's just because they've been out of supply. That's fine. Let's give these the best possible commanders. Which is not me. And start marching them in the direction of the enemy. Annoyingly, of course, I now need to find some ships because I sent slightly too many ships up with the previous thing. Where are those guys going again? Oh, let's try to meet up in the same port rather than in different ports. There we go. Lots of holdings are under siege, but we expected that. So that requires 2 weeks to fully recover its morale. It will arrive there in slightly under 2 weeks, so let's wait for a week or so here. And then hope there aren't too many troops up here. Why on earth are you killing him? I have no idea. We still have these internal wars within the empire. Like, have you not noticed that there's the next crusade on? Oh dear, we've been attacked in Antioch. I wasn't expecting that. Oops. Oh, right, yes. Well, that's not going to go very well, is it? You guys, stay there. Okay, stay there. Actually, go there. It is slightly unfortunate that this is a that this isn't my war, because I've got an alliance with the Byzantine Empire. And you, Grand Mayor of Axum, you've lost the siege of Ascalon. I think we're about to lose a battle there. But this battle is going all right. Our war score overall has just plummeted. Because Jerusalem itself has fallen. Yes.
Yeah, well, there was never very much to do about that unless you happened to not get swamped in battles, but it's always going to be a bit of a problem.
Or at least something. Yes, actually, what that is that one holding in the Kingdom of Jerusalem has fallen. Complaints that Belaskita has become an undignified and hefty glutton. I can make her happy. I can use my diplomacy. I can not use my diplomacy. Let's make her happy. I don't think that's going to cause any trouble. Right, so we've now reclaimed that tribe. Have the actual Earl of Athol in here. And we sensibly ransom him. Oh yes. Right. So let us get back on our way to Borsben. Finland. Army might be in a bit of trouble if they try to do that, but we'll see. Yes, we are losing war score at a fair rate now. Just spotted a 15,000 strong Pomeranian army wandering around in, well, Pomeralia, which is a little worrying. And here's another fleet. Well, let's go ashore in the Pope's capital and see what happens. Of course, the Pope's capital is a church and thus not very well fortified. Even his castles are pretty feeble. Right, we now have occupied the Pope's capital.
Ah, a base trade.
Which is not amazingly valuable, but
The Pope's capital, of course, is the P.
thank you. You've gained more legalism, apparently. Let's bring some more troops ashore.
So what's this doing for the war score?
Well, we were briefly heading upwards, but
Where's the Pope's capital?
here, under my control.
Ah, right, okay, excellent.
I think we may want to actually start assaulting things for speed.
Speed, yes. Also because you will run into attrition as you go up country.
It's mostly over 10,000, the supply limit now. Oh, I should actually put a siege leader into this army now, shouldn't I? That will help.
okay, I should have moved my legs in the last 2 hours or something.
Yes, let's have some extra economic was name. Right, we've now occupied another place. I'm a little concerned by these fleets moving around. Why are you declaring wars inside the Empire now?
Less far to walk than outside.
We appear to have a Suez fleet turning up as well. Hang on, weren't we at minus 100% in that tyranny war? Oh, there's a tiny papal fleet here.
A sort of pupil fleet.
Thank you. We can come ashore here. Yes, Suez has sent a small not Suez. I mean, don't mean Suez, do I? I mean Sinai has sent a little army. Nothing in there is interesting. One problem here is that each siege I end up leaving people behind. There appears to be a Teutonic Order fleet here, which is a bit worrying. They don't seem to have left anyone. Possibly. Oh, I've lost a commander. All right, I think he was one of my commanders. Possibly, or maybe not. No, that's probably different. He's just become careless. Not that he's just been imprisoned. Well, I think Hartvig was one of my commanders, but the Grand Mayor of Axum seems a pretty good chap too. Oh, there's a small papal army. I think I can just leave them to get on with whatever they're doing. I mean, I'll walk into them if I happen to be going in their direction, but... At some point, surely someone's going to send some useful troops over here. There's something interesting going on in Chem. I wonder what it is. Where's my siege leader got to? Did I just lose a siege leader somehow? Finally! You've converted Bera. You've been doing that for years. Right, go and proselytise in the next county along. Okay, well, we're going to flatten that tiny little army at least. The papal army itself has cleared off. So like this, we are managing to hold the war score. Oh dear. We were managing to hold the war score more or less constant. As I was besieging the Pope's softer territories in Finland, while the Pope was busy besieging some really quite tough things down our way. Looks like I might be making enough space for the Empire to start winning battles, maybe. Just wondering if that was a worthwhile thing to try to stop, but I don't think I care. Right, well, at least Emperor Gonzal is no longer at war with his own vassals. Oh dear, we just lost Gaza. I've got rather a lot of money now.
You can't immediately buy 5 zillion mercenaries and use them to
I'm considering the possibility. I'm also considering the possibility of ransoming some recent acquisitions. I have got a decent number of extra troops I could raise as well. No, that really wasn't what I meant. Let's split off enough of those to bring everyone home and send the remaining ships back so that A, I don't have to pay for them, and B, if there's anyone they can pick up, they can do so. So problem is that I don't know how long this war's going to last. I don't really want to get something that's going to cost me a huge amount in maintenance, and we've probably got several years of this war still to go. We might be able to afford a cheap mercenary company. I mean, I can also raise pretty decent additional levies. Oh, we are entitled to a military advance. Well, how about we improve our siege equipment? Since that's most of what we're doing up here.
research siege mode.
Yeah, more or less. Brynhilda, who is of very little significance. Oh, she is apparently my daughter-in-law, actually, so she's of some significance. Oh, I can afford 50 prestige. Brynhilda, the fairest of Jerusalem. We are kind of running out of troops up here. I'm going to need to bring some mercenaries over just to get our troop numbers back up again. I think this is because we keep leaving them behind as garrisons and such. So how many ships can I raise at the moment? Can I actually raise a useful number anywhere? 450, that's not enough. No, I am in the embarrassing situation that all of my ships are currently in completely the wrong place. Right, well, we won't bother raising any more troops until we've got an adequate number of ships in the right place, I think. Oh, Prince Velf died. Yes, we overstressed him. I may need to invite. I mean, in where is probably okay, but then I'm going to need. Well, I had another decent commander, didn't I?
You overstressed him if he wasn't getting any more young.
Yes, so yeah, Heartfeast's worth having. Right. Now let's just check that this is still fully populated. No, I need to put Edgar in. Well, or we could put in Heartvee, our new flank commander. Okay, everyone's murdering everyone else. So I've still got someone in my dungeon, but I think I can't ransom them. Is that correct? Yes. How are my ships doing at getting home? Not very well. They're still off Denmark.
Well, it must be quite difficult to get past there. They've got to wait quite a long time for the shipping forehouse to be invented.
He's just finished listening to the Curse of Peladon and how that time rules things. And it's a very soggy story because he's completely utterly useless wounded. And the only thing soggier than Peladon is the other Peladon, which we consider is even more soggy. That's why I took out Curse of Peladon for the next story, and she said, "Is it less soggy?" I went, "Yes, much less soggy. It's the sea devils."
Right. That one has the softer fort, so let's go that way. My fleet is passing through the Strait of Gibraltar. Gonzal is busy revoking everything that moves. We're halfway through that fairly soft siege. Emperor Gonzal is known as Emperor Gonzal the Wise. He's pretty good. He seems to be losing a lot of battles at the moment. I mean, we, obviously not me personally. My army is up here well away from any battles. Seems the safest way, really.
With a dual sword at 20 places.
Yes. Well, I mean, more like about 5,000 miles, but...
Even if win a siege, you lose 10% war strength.
I think we lost a siege as well. Plus, like, I don't get told about everything that happens in the war, only the things that affect my holdings or troops. So there are lots of things going badly wrong that I'm not told about. Right, let us attempt to raise at least whatever domain troops I can lay my paws on. Right, those ones are going to have to be snuck out quite carefully. Let's move them down into there where they might not be in immediate trouble. Move them one county for now. What happens if I press this button? Oh, that appears to get me just a few more troops in the same county. Excellent. And then let's raise ourselves some cheap mercenaries, I think. So I'm up to 1,700 money now. So I could afford a monthly cost of 30 without it being a serious problem. I think it's reasonable to go a bit above that. I quite like the Pecheneg band. Let's hire them actually and have this lot stay still until the Pecheneg band reach them, and then they can move together.
So should you win this crusade? Yeah, I mean, think hypothetically. What are the rules? I mean, does the Pope turn around and crusade you again the next time he can scrape together allies?
I think so. He'll lose some moral authority, which may make it harder for him. I think he might, because the crusade happened, I think he has a 20-year cooldown.
Oh, right, so if he's going to do another crusade 5 years later, it has to be somewhere else.
No, I think he can't do another crusade for 20 years. If the crusade had failed to start because he couldn't scrape together the troops, I think the cooldown's much shorter. But I think since the crusade has happened, whether it's a success or a failure, he still has quite a long cooldown now. Oh, you lot need to move again. Let's see, where can you go? That place only has fort level 4.5. Let's head there. Actually, I should stick an organiser on this one, so that we can get them to the coast a bit quicker. Oh, we have a random 300. Oh, there, that's my ships that have arrived. Excellent. Right, they can head down to that lot. Today in the market I watched as a poor beggar took his bowlful of coins and went straight into the tavern to buy drink. Perhaps mankind is unlovable after all. Do I prefer to become stressed by trying to understand this, or at least trying to accept it, or do I lose my charitability? I think we accept the loss of charitability. It's not particularly necessary at the moment. You guys, yes, they are going to get to their destination. Good. Maybe don't go straight through that rebellion. Sorry, I'm running away from your siege. In order to do other things, in order to do the things that are keeping your war score above -100. Like, yeah, that's quite important, really. Oh, someone's actually bringing an almost decent-sized army up here. Well, I should probably stay still for now. Okay, I could have taken them out of that siege a little later. Not by much, actually. What are you doing? Are you trying to besiege back something? Actually, if you're going to, I might not want to get in your way until I've got this army to join us. If we disband those, then we can always they're not allowed. Yes. Recreate them as necessary, or re-raise them as necessary. You are trying to besiege things back. Right, well, let's complete this siege and then see how things are looking. So I think we just, like, gained some holding somewhere in, like, Axum. they're still working on that siege. Where are my reinforcements? My reinforcements have barely departed. Well, they're off Greece. But that siege is going very slowly for them, so we may as well waste their time. At least finish this one. We're on at minus 96%, which is a rather alarming number. We can still afford to wait. Well, they pass through the centre of each region, so... Oh dear, our alliance is going to lose yet another battle. Oh, wait, what? Something has brought us all the way back to minus 67%. Briefly. We're getting slightly more reinforcements coming in there, but like my reinforcements are bigger, so I'm still not too worried. I've lost my steward.
Sorry, only one steward. Unfortunate.
Stewards are not something I have spares of lying around. Oh, yes, it is fairly close to midnight. We'll stop soon. Let's get those reinforcements into the right place, though. They are, after all, about halfway to Finland. Another new Grand Mayor of Axum. And I've lost my Chancellor.
Okay, that does look like carelessness.
Well, Diego will make a perfectly good Chancellor. Which means I now have a gap for a commander. Well, Nuno's all right. Probably, actually, we could hire some better commanders. mean, actually, there's only one really good one available, so let's invite him at least. Princess Tonki has been caught torturing a rat behind the stables. It looks like her injury has recovered and she is merely scarred.
Are you still at sea with her?
I'm not. I stopped leading that army, so I'm back in, I think.
I was just wondering whether she had bizarrely managed to find some stables.
Oh, no, I am currently leading troops in Luristan, wherever the hell that is.
Or maybe there's a stable there.
Oh, I'm leading troops for my liege, I think. Because I am a commander of Outremer. I think we'll try to make her kind, yes. Where are the reinforcements crossing the Bay of Biscay? Right, I think we want to dismiss one of our existing commanders. Probably actually Prince Diego. Point Hypatios instead. He will doubtless not want to convert at the moment. We could try sending him a gift and seeing if that's good enough. Yes, it is. Excellent. Oh dear, I'm definitely becoming stressed whether I like it or not. That's a rather big army that we've just spotted. Well, it's a good job we're bringing in a decent number of reinforcements. So I think we're going to need them. Okay, I think something just happened. We got 3 new things appearing there. Presumably because Diego, yes, has died of leprosy. and hence is no longer my Chancellor. This amusingly means I have an ambition available because I no longer have any sons. Not likely to be helpful when my wife's 46, but hey. Right, so I need a new Chancellor. Don't think there were any other good candidates in my court, no. Let us invite the Chancellor of Austria to join us then. I'm also... Oh yes, I don't have a designated regent anymore. I don't know. Geniuses often make good regents. I haven't got any very good geniuses. Let's make it my wife in order to cheer her up. Right, now that we have 12,800 troops there, let's go and do something about that army. Make sure that we have at least one organiser. Now let's put the organiser in the centre, because that's the strongest flank. Sorry, I'm an organiser, that'll help. Right. Let's send this guy down to Axum, because Axum's doing a pretty decent job of, there's their capital, right, actually enlarging my territories. Maybe we could get some slightly more tax out of them. He's currently leading troops, which means I can't find out. For some reason, I don't seem to be getting the markers of where capitals are anymore. I think it's in Massawa, though, the capital. Let's see. Damn it, I think that siege might complete before we can get to it. Maybe not. Damn it. Oh, you have to sit here and re-besiege it briefly. Let's make sure we put in a siege leader, that'll help. Oh, there's a papal revolt, how amusing. Oh, that's unfortunate. Don't want people becoming Catholic. Also an Ostrobosnian revolt. You're going to get tangled up in somebody else's siege here. No, apparently not. Yet another new Grand Mayor of Axum. Okay, yes, we are apparently tangled up in somebody else's siege. Which is not helpful. Let's go somewhere else where we can actually be in charge of the siege. Don't think we need to worry about the fact that we're in a forest there. Well, that was quick. Oh, we're over the supply limit in this county. Do have a lot of very tiny flanks here now. Well, not flanks, like squads, individual soldiers. Oops, hang on, that's well below 11,000 now. See, maybe I want slightly more here because otherwise they're not going to be able to do anything. Yeah, I should probably stop soon. But I'm currently engaged in the rather silly thing of occupying all the Pope's territory in Finland in the hope of that this will compensate for the amount of Outremer territory that the various Crusaders are occupying down in the Holy Land. So far, I'm keeping them at bay and hoping that my liege can sort everything out down there. I fear that the latter may not actually come to pass, though. Oh, put back, yes, put back your siege leader. No, I will not become Catholic. We're just finally managing to start like converting places. I can't actually move him out of Nisibin yet because he's been there, not been there long enough. Okay, the supply limit here has just dropped precipitously. Because we are in a severe winter. I think that is a reasonably safe approach. Oh no, the moving one should have Michael. The one that's staying here to besiege things should keep Rusins. Someone's trying to get some territory back again. Well, actually, in that case, let us head down there and give them a good seeing too. My daughter Twonky was bitten by a snake this morning. Brave little fool keeps seeking out danger. Yes, let's allow her to be brave. Like, she's already fallen from the mast of a ship in the middle of the Mediterranean. Oh, it looks like they may have decided they're not going to besiege that after all. Don't have as much advantage as I'd like. But this lot, oh, should have. Michael at its head for speed. The burghers, the clergy and the barons all claim the right to the spoils from shipwrecks that capsize outside of Porto. The rights to the spoils will be given to... I don't know, let's cheer up the mayor, it hardly matters. And dear, our centre's falling apart. Oh, look, the reinforcements have turned up. Excellent. What is this war then? I've captured the mayor of Lowestoft. Generally, you don't get any war score for prisoners unless they're actually relatives of the ruler you're dealing with. Which, since the Pope doesn't have many relatives, is kind of unhelpful. Oops. Right. The supply limits have gone back to being halfway decent, so... can head back up there, though I may have to stop soon. Oh, there's another bunch of troops coming in. I do really need to get some more sieges underway. On the other hand, if they're going, oh, I don't know. It won't take very long to get that siege done, and then we can come back and attack that army again. Oh, yes, I have got a siege leader in place. Good. Ah, it looks like there's some more territory available to besiege down here. Well, let's head down there then, in the hope of intercepting a few more hostile armies. I'm also wondering how much more I can raise by way of troops now. So that was another 900 there. Oh, right. Let's get that lot over here at least. That got me anything useful? Bunch of very small little shards of troops. I mean, we can ship them over here. Kind of inclined just to send them over to join a convenient friendly army and follow it rather than trying to... Where was the other one? Hang on, I should stick an organiser in this again. Oh, hang on, that army over there is actually besieging things. Let's get back over through there to there to scare them off and or kill them as necessary. No, I wanted to attach to you, Stoats. I mean, that army is too small to be worth hauling all the way to Finland. Oh well. Stand them down if they're not going to be controlled by the boss. Don't even remember sending that army up here, but yes, excellent. Pope got his capital back, we can't have that. Why is that button not doing anything? I don't understand. This will not take long. Right. I think it's getting late and I should probably wind up for the night. I've lost my court chaplain. Well, let's sort that one out at least. No, wrong button. Oh yes, my steward should do a thing, shouldn't he? Collect taxes, because that way we can fund the war for longer. Right, I think that's enough organisation. We still haven't lost this war, slightly astonishingly. I am wondering whether the right thing is probably at some point to come back and just seize Jerusalem and just Jerusalem. But that's going to be quite fiddly. Especially on my own. I also raise half a ton of mercenaries at the same time. Anyway, but that's for next time. For now, we haven't yet lost. So next time we will see if we can continue not losing. Whether we can do better than just continuing not to lose, I don't know. But we will see. In the meantime, good night.